Hi, this is Ulla from Switzerland, and this is what I'm doing right now.
I guess it's been a while since I updated people on the status of the house. Right now, Sari and Katelyn are stripping this terrible green paint off this wood. There's a bunch more of it on this thing over here. That wall is blue, it used to be green. This wall is blue, it used to be beige. And that wall is blue and it used to be brown. This ceiling used to be beige and now is gray. That ceiling is the same color that it was. That wall right there is red and it used to be beige. This window is white, but Sari's gonna strip the paint off that. This hallway, as we saw before, was orange and now is gray. This bathroom used to be a terrible bright yellow Alice in Wonderland color, and now it is beige. That used to be orange and is now blue. Same thing with that. I'm not totally sold on that color there yet. Maybe a gray would be nice. I don't know. And the whole reason that I started thinking about wall colors in here in the first place was because I was trying to replace this thing with our new thermostat, and I still haven't done that. Down in the basement, we ordered new carpet. It hasn't arrived yet, but we still need to tear this carpet up before it does. New washer and dryer. We finished hooking these up last night, so everything works. Sari has discovered that under the white paint was nice wood. They just covered it up with ugly paint.
And it's really easy to scrape off, like this. It's like butter compared to the other wall.
I imagine it tastes different.
Want some?
Nope.
Oh!
That's a nice tool you have there.
I'm not sure how to use this.
What are you doing?
There's this fun stuff on the wall. We gotta take it off. Would you like some?
No, thank you.
No? I have so much to offer. Look.
Welcome to Katelyn's painting club. Would you like to learn how to paint?
I would like to learn how to paint, Katelyn.
Okay, the essentials that you need for painting are a brush, a roller, some paint, and then probably something to put the paint on.
Okay.
We put painter's tape on here just so we don't get the wood messed up, and then we just have to do the edges. When we go over with the roller can just kind of go over part of the edges because the roller can't get close enough for it to like get in the cracks. So you have to use something smaller like a brush. And when you put paint on the brush, it's best to not go all the way down, just like maybe to half of it. Yeah, I like to paint away from the edge a little bit first, because if you have a really wet brush and you're like cramming it in there, it's more likely that the paint's gonna go under the tape, and that's no bueno. If you can try to feather the paint out towards the middle after you edge, that makes it easier so that you don't see a line from where you used a brush versus where you used a roller.
Okay. So we decided that the blue was a little bit too weird, so we're just gonna make it the same tan as the rest of what's going on over here. So I also need to go down this edge.
Yep, and it doesn't matter if you hit this tan or not, just because it's the same exact color.
Oh my, oh my, oh dear.
Good job, good job.
Am I running out?
Yeah, it looks like you could use some more. You're doing a good job.
Oh, thanks. I learned from the best. This wall in the landing is now beige. There's a few streaks because the paint is still wet, but it should dry the same color as this. And I think I find that to be less obtrusive than the blue was down there. Especially because there's gonna be some kind of wall art that goes there and, you know, decorations up there, so it won't just be two big tan masses. I still don't know about this one. I don't know if I should leave this blue or do something else with it. So I don't know a ton about electric stuff, but wires in here, there are 2 hot wires coming to this and then only 1 white wire leaving it. All the other outlets that I've taken apart in this house so far each had an even number of hot and white wires. Do we have wire cutters here? Ooh, I cut that wire right off. installed these two switches. This one controls the light that is up there, and this one controls the garbage disposal. The breaker is off right now, so they aren't doing anything, but this panel is supposed to fit over here. This panel connects to this thing, and this thing uses these little screws to go into these 4 little holes. But we're having a problem right now where these holes are too flush with the tile behind them, which prevents the screw from going all the way into the hole, which doesn't give this thing the clearance it needs to snap into this piece when this piece is screwed in. It's just a big old mess. What's the status update on this wall?
Trying to strip the varnish off of it, and that is a long and arduous process. And so what we tried to do is we wiped it down with water, and tomorrow we're gonna try just sanding it. We took off as much as we could. It's just too goopy.
We were hoping to get rid of the green. There's a section over here where the green is lighter. Katelyn used an orbital sander and just like kept going. So this is really smooth here now. There's still green in there, so it really soaked into the wood.
So the plan is now to sand this down as much as possible and then stain it like this color brown. So you'll be able to see some of the darker green parts, but hopefully it'll just look dark. And then for this monstrosity, we're going to strip the paint on the top part to make it look like the wood, and then paint it blue to match the other wall.
So it should just look like that blue wall continues out to here. It's pretty late now, so I'm calling it quits. We got kind of a lot done today, I think. That's good. Tomorrow, I'd like to finally actually get that thermostat replaced. We'll see what kind of headway we can make on the green walls. But before I go to sleep, we're gonna look at analytics for the first time in a long time. I used to do this a lot, and I would like to get back into it. So we just finished out the month of April, and we're gonna look at some analytics. So for the month of April, we have our views in orange and our watch time in blue. These are 7-day rolling totals, meaning if you look at the data from the 10th, that's the total watch time and total views from the 4th through the 10th of April. And the reason I'm looking at rolling totals, if you look at daily, the data is much more sporadic, so looking at rolling totals can give you a better idea of what the trends are. So in both cases, we finished the month higher than we started the month. You'll see this orange spike right here, and we'll get to why there's a spike in views at the end of the month later. This is the average percentage viewed of videos over the course of the month. We started at 61% and ended at 70%. That seems not bad to me. This means that on average, people are watching 61% of videos at the beginning of the month, and by the end of the month, we're averaging 70% of each video watched. The video that people spent the most amount of time watching was European situations. That accounted for 6.5% of the total watch time on the channel that month. But if we look at total number of views, you'll see that the winner is a video called 9/22/10/1434, which brought in a whopping 32,995 views, accounting for almost a third of all view traffic on this channel in April. The reason for this is that as an experiment, I took this old video of mine, which some of you may have seen. It's just me taking this rubber chicken and sticking its head into some fan blades, and I submitted this video to Reddit just to see what would happen, and it got 778 upvotes. So 778 upvotes in the videos subreddit translated to about 33,000 views, which just shows the immense power of Reddit. Demographics for the channel are almost 50-50. The female viewership used to greatly outnumber the male viewership, but it does make me happy that it seems that over time this channel is coming to appeal to just all people in general, regardless of their gender. If you break it down by gender and age, you'll see that from 18 to 34 years old, I'm more popular with females, but from 35 up to 54, in that demographic, I'm more popular with males, and also ever so slightly more popular with males in the 13 to 17 range. All of this is academically interesting, I guess, but I'm not really sure what to do about knowing this information. I can't think of a good way for me to leverage this information into higher view numbers or anything like that. For most of April, you can see that people were watching videos on the YouTube watch page. At the very end of the month up here, when that video is on Reddit, you can see a slight increase in the number of people watching videos embedded on external sites. This graph shows where traffic is coming from. This graph shows the source of the traffic, be it YouTube channels, suggested videos in playlists, or direct. You can see at the end of the month there's an increase in direct views, I assume coming from that Reddit post, but the increase seems to begin sooner than when I posted that video on Reddit. I was also surprised at just how many people are watching from suggested videos. I'm not sure why, but I expected that to be a smaller share of the traffic sources. Devices. 52% of people are watching on their computer. That means only half of people are watching on their computer, while almost a third of people are watching on their mobile devices. Actually, more than a third if you include tablets in there. And I remember lamenting back in the day when I was doing these analytics videos previously at how high this mobile number was getting. And that was back when it was like, I don't know, 5-10%. When I'm creating these videos, I'm not targeting people who are watching on a phone. I'm very much imagining people sitting down at their computer to watch these videos. But with computers making up only half of the total watch time, less than that if you look at the total number of views, that's probably something that I should think more about, that there's so many people watching on mobile phones and tablets and on their TVs sitting on their couches. This is subscribers over the course of April, and this line up here is 0. So you can see that at no time did the total number of subscribers go positive during the month of April. People are leaving the channel faster than they are joining the channel. And this is something that we talk about all the time in our weekly meetings, because there's just a huge amount of churn. Like 155 people in April subscribed. That's 155 people. But at the same time, 243 people left. When I first started doing the daily vlog on this channel, I expected this. I expected a lot of people to be like, this isn't what I want, I'm gonna unsubscribe now. And then over time, everyone who wanted to leave would do so, and this number would go positive. But I'm gonna switch this from looking at April to looking at, this is the last 4 years of subscriber data. There are a few spikes in here where people joined in large numbers for whatever reason, but for the most part, this line just hugs 0 the whole time. I would really like to know if there's anything that I can do to change this while not sacrificing what people who currently subscribe to this channel like about this channel. So now this is looking at likes and dislikes over the month of April. We ended higher than we started. That's a good sign. And the most liked video of April was Jellyfish, 272 likes. The most disliked video was the one that I submitted to Reddit, followed by Boob Braces, which I assume was from people not getting what they wanted out of that video. Total number of comments. We ended higher than we started again. That's good. Most commented video was Oga, and the most shared video of the month was the one that I submitted to Reddit, unsurprisingly. 120 people shared that. I don't know if I've ever had so many shares on a video before, because in general, I would say the videos on this channel are not super shareable. They're not something that some random person on Facebook is going to want to see. What's weird to me is that there are unidentified videos that were shared. How does YouTube not know what these were? So now, the most important thing, money! Over the month of April, this channel made $127.23. $90 of that came from ad revenue, and $37 of that came from YouTube Red. I think this is a good example of how hard it is to make a living just on YouTube. Like, I wouldn't consider the What I'm Doing Right Now channel to be unsuccessful. I would say it's more successful than the vast majority of channels that ever get started. Amongst the channels that are successful, it is relatively not as successful. But having what I would consider to be a mediumly successful YouTube channel, this is not enough money for someone to live on just by themselves over the course of a month, let alone hire people to help them
run a channel. So this is why something like Patreon is so important. So you'll see here that in the previous month of March, we had 297 patrons pledge $1,490.87. And then in April, we had 306 patrons pledge $1,488.66. So if you're one of these people, thank you very much. We wouldn't be able to do all the things that we do without your support. And if you would like to become one of these people, of course, you can go to patreon.com/MichaelAranda. Here on the main Patreon page, we have listed the amount of money that it costs us to keep this little studio open on a monthly basis at $6,833. And this number gets updated periodically as we hire more people or rent equipment or whatnot. But the point is, if you're able to help us offset this cost at all, that helps us make things that we're really proud of. And even though this number is not close to this number, if we didn't have this monthly, we just would not be able to exist. Like if this went away, I would have to shut down this studio. So again, if you are one of these people that helped out in April, we really appreciate it a lot. And we sort of recently added a perk that I am really excited about. It's photo prints. So if you're at $13 per month or more, you will get a photo print of a photo that I took. And they come with a little write-up about why I like the picture or why I took the picture. So if that's something you're interested in, again, patreon.com/MichaelAranda. And with that, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you tomorrow.